Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today is the day 3 of the Python for the data science series, and today I am going to cover the Python list. In the Python list, I will cover these 5 subtopics. First is what is the list, second how to create the list, and then I will cover indexing and slicing. Then I will cover common list methods, and finally I will cover nested list. Okay, so let's go one by one. So first thing, what is the list in the Python? So list in the Python is a ordered mutable collection of element. It means that it collect stored data or the element in a ordered fashion. And mutable means even after creating the list, you will be able to change the value at a specific location if you want to. Okay, that is the mutable. Next, list can hold item of any data type and allow the duplicate value. Suppose list as a container. Just think list as a container where you can keep any type of the element. You can also keep the string value. You can also keep the numerical value. You can keep the float value. You can keep the even the boolean types also. Okay, and list is one of the widely used data structure in the Python. So anywhere, if you are doing the feature engineering, if you are doing the EDA, even if you wanted to save the data into the JSON format, you have to use the list. So list can be used everywhere. Okay. So let's see some example of the list. So let's see the numeric first. Okay. So this is the numeric list, and if I'm creating it, let's take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Let's print that. Okay, so if you can see here, the output of this numeric list will be 1 2 3 4 5. So this is the numeric data type. So list can store the numeric data type. Let's go and create another type of the data with maybe the string. Let's take the example of fruit. Okay, let's take the example of fruit. Okay, so for example, we have uh, BANAN, banana, right? We have mango, we have apple. Okay, so these are the string value which can be stored by the list. Let's print it, this one also. Okay, so if I will print it here, I think this is there is some error here. So let's see what is the error I am getting it here. So fruits, yeah, okay, I think the simple spelling mistake, I forget to keep this. So let's see, now it should be coming fine. Okay, so this list, this is the list of the string value. Now let's see the one example of the mixed value. Okay, so let's see uh, the mixed example. Okay, so here you can see I can store the integer as a 1. I can store, I can take a name. I like Alice, so I'm taking the name. I can also uh, contain the float value 3.14, just take as example, and I can also uh, insert the boolean value. Okay, okay. So now let me close this one and print that. Okay. So if you see here, it will be able to store all type of data. So if you can see here, it's a printing like 1, Alice, 3.14 and 2. So these are the example of the list. Okay. Now let's move to the another topic. How can we create the list? Okay. So this is simply how to create the list. So like okay, so there is a different method. Okay, let's first create the empty list. Okay, so I want to create the empty list. What you can to do, you have to use open and close bracket, simple. Okay, another method you can create simply by calling the constructor. Okay, how can you do that? simple, you can see list. Okay. You can do by you can just simply create a empty list by using this list inbuilt function. So let's print that both the list 1 and list 2. Okay, so you will see both are coming empty list and it will be at the same time. Okay, so now you can see both are the empty list. Okay, so this is the one method which you can use to create the empty list. Let's create some other list which can store some element. Let's see list 1 here, and by using the square bracket again, I am trying to create 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's take some number like 1.45. Let's take some name like anything like Tom. I'm taking it now. You can also create a boolean value which is like true. Okay, now let's print the state. Let's print the list 1, what is contained. Okay, list 1. So if you see here, we have all the values from starting from the integer 1 to 5, then we have the float number 1.45, we have also string and the 2. That is the one thing. You can create the list by using the square bracket. Second, if I wanted to create the list 2 by using a list inbuilt function, so what I can do that, what I can do simply I can write the list. Okay, and then open and close bracket, and just simply I wanted to keep some value, so keep the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again. Now if I can see that, let's print out. Okay, let's print that. Let's print the list 2. So now you will see it will again created a list of integers starting from 1 to 5. Okay, that's the way you can create the list. Okay, so third point is we talk about indexing and slicing. Okay, so let's keep talk about indexing and slicing in this one, in the third section. So simple will bring in the list indexing and slicing. It means how if you wanted to go to the first part of the list, like let me first write it here. So if I am writing the list 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this is the list 1 if I am writing it like. And if I wanted to know, if I wanted to go to the first one, I wanted to print the 1, how can we do that? Okay, so for doing that, what you can do, simple print list 1 open and close bracket, and inside that you have to write the index number. So in the Python, index start from 0. So for 1, what is the index? It's a 0. Okay, and then close it. Okay, now you will able to see it's 1 is coming here, right? Similarly, if I wanted to see what is the last value, for example, I wanted to print the 5. So for last one also, we have a syntax. What you need to do, simple type it list 1, open and close bracket, open and close bracket. Inside that keep -1. -1 will simply give you the last value. Okay, you can see 5 is coming, which is the last value. Okay, so you understand how we can do the indexing. Now let's see if I wanted to print the first few element of this list. Let's see, let's print first 2 element basically. So what I can do it, list 1. Okay, open and close bracket again, just simply type it 1 and 3. Okay, close the bracket. Now you can see 1 and 3, 1, what is the first index? 2, and what is the third index? 3. Okay, a second index 3. So 1 and 3. Okay, so it will come 2 and 3. Basically I wanted to print the first 2 element, right? So what you need to do, write 0 to first two element 0 to 2, sorry. So first two element 0 to 1 and 2 will be coming. So what it does, it will start from the 0, it start from the 0, but it don't consider this 2 1. So it's go to start from 1, then take 2, and it will print before, I mean all the values before this index 3. Okay, index 2 basically 0 1 2. Okay, now let's see, let's print the another slicing method. I think the spelling is not here correct. Okay, so let's print another statement. If I wanted to, I mean the same thing we can do in the similar fashion, another fashion. Let's see the print list 1. Okay, and just type the simplicity. What it gives the first two values. Same thing. Whatever I have represented from here, same thing you can represent in this format. Simple colon 2. Okay. Earlier what we are doing 0 colon 2. Okay. Let's see if I wanted to print anything but not the first one. Okay. So how can we do that? So let's take the print list 1. What we can do that, open and close bracket, we can write it 1 colon and simply we can leave it. So what it does, it prints all the values except 1. Okay, so when you write like that, it will skip the first value. If you can see the difference between this one and this one, here it's not going to touch this index, but in this case it's also skipping the first one. Okay, so this is the way we can do the slicing. Let's cover the next topic, which is the common inbuilt function in the Python. Okay, so common function, or we can say common inbuilt function in Python list, which are basically we have the 4 to 5 times types. So today I will cover 4 types. The first one will be append. Okay, so for example, you have a list. Let's take the list 2. You have something like 4 5 2 1 7. Okay, this is the one list you have it. So you wanted to append a value in this list. What is the missing? 3 is missing, 6 is missing, right? So how can you do that? You simply first type the list 2 dot append. Okay, then you add 3. Okay, next you wanted to append 6, right? 6 is also missing. How you can do that? List 2 dot append 6, right? Now let's print that. Let's print the list 2. Okay, oh sorry, it's append, not the append. It's okay, so now you can see it's coming 4 5 2 1 7 3 and 6, and you can see that this number is not sorted order, because how we are writing it, first element we are writing 4, then 5, then 2, then 1, then 7. So after this 3 and 6 will be appended here. Okay, that is the first thing. Second thing, if I wanted to sort it, right? So I have appended, but you can see this list is not sorted. How can we do that? Simply we can see that let's print that simply. Second will be the sort. So how can we do that? We can simply type the list 2 dot sort, sort, simple, nothing. Okay, simple. You can simply say the sort. Not the open and close bracket, simple, it's a sort, nothing more than that. Okay, so you can see it here. Sorry, I'm just typing the wrong way. So sort, what you can do that, you can simply type the list 2. Okay, so open and close bracket. Okay, so let's start the second one again. So if you can see it here, we have the list which is not the sorted order. So let's sort it first. So second will be sort, which can be done like list 2 dot sort, open and close bracket, and you can print the list 2. Okay, now you can see everything is in the sorted order. Next, let's move to the remove one, because we have append, then we also have the remove. Okay, so remove is the one of the inbuilt function here. So for example, I have a list of element from 1 to 7, and I wanted to remove the seventh element. So how can we do that? Simply type the list 2 dot remove and the element which you wanted to remove. Let's say remove the 7. Okay, now you can print it, list 2. You can see seventh is removed, right? Element number 7, I mean uh, the value 7 is getting removed from here. Okay, this is the one way. The fourth one is the reverse one. Okay, let's do the reverse. Okay, so for the reverse, what we need to do, simple statement, list 2 dot reverse. Okay, so okay, how can you do that? List 2 dot reverse. Let's print this again. So list 2, we are printing it. Now if you can see that the item in this list is getting reversed. Earlier it was 1 2 3 4 5 6, now it's 6 5 4 3 2 and 1. Okay, so these are the inbuilt functions in the list. Now let's go and again do let's see the nested list, how it's look like. Okay, so I think for today I will try to end up today, because it's going to be very big video. And thanks for watching. In the next video, I will create or I will try to come up with the nested list and list comprehension. So these two things, nested list and list comprehension, I will try to cover into the next video. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Please like, subscribe my channel. Okay. Thank you very much.